This is a team. I really like these guys. They've worked hard. They're together. The chemistry, culture, whatever you want to call it nowadays, has been outstanding. Really, we were rolling along pretty good, and we lost a couple tough games in the ninth inning. That we played really well in, and so we've had been in a little funk the last couple weeks working out of it. But what I've liked is their work ethic and everything is what you would want it to be, expect it to be. They're hanging in together, and baseball's a crazy game, and we'll bust out of it and get back on the winning ways like we were in earlier in the season. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, and when you do that and things turn around, it kind of makes those bumps in the road a special thing. And so I'm confident that they're gonna get it and loosen up and relax and play the game. And umpire says play ball, not work ball, and so sometimes we got to remember that, coaches too, myself included. And so looking forward to a really good weekend this weekend. Yeah, we year in, year out, we have a tough schedule. And when you look at playing at one time, we played the number 1 team. I guess we've played them 4 times. The number 2 team at one time, we've played them. The number 8 team, Middlebury, who was a big team, 1 game away from the World Series last year, amongst Huntington's, and then how tough our league is in baseball. And that's what's neat, though. When it's good in some ways and it's rough some years. But man, when the season ends and you go to a best 2 or 3, and then a 4-team double elimination conference tournament for the 4 winners, it's like a new season. And I've seen, use an example of Illinois Wesleyan that were 18-18, backed into their conference tournament. They had to sweep. Somebody else had to lose 2 or 3, but it didn't look like that would happen, but it did. And then they just didn't lose another game and won the national championship. And so that's even happened to Fresno State on the D1 level. So, that's something that I think gives you hope and a reason to keep going. And it's a cool thing. So I'm waiting at any moment this can happen. And I would rather, we want to play our best baseball at the end of the year, because that's when everything matters.
And I don't even think it's, the competition is one thing. I mean, I love playing baseball with these guys, but these are guys that I actually truly like to hang out around with. I've been on plenty of baseball teams where we have some really athletic guys, but they're not very fun to be around. But this team is a real joy to be around. I love going to practice every day, hanging out with them, joking around, and having a good time with the guys. So I think those are really the highlights that I look for in a really good team, is guys that you want to be around. Yeah, I'm definitely try to lead by example. I'm not going to be a guy that's going to hoop and holler at a whole bunch of guys. I'm going to motivate. I'm going to try to get guys pitchers through innings that I feel like they need a little help, but I'm just going to try to work hard all the time when I'm out there and just try to set a good example for the younger guys and the other guys on the field. But vocally, I think Chris Hart, Will Wood, those guys have been pivotal in being these vocal leaders, Chris Hart with the hitters and Will Wood with the pitchers. I mean, we see it all the time with the family shirts that has kind of permeated throughout the athletic department, but that really is the mindset of this team, is that we're a family. We're going to have each other's back. We may yell, we may fight with one another, but at the end of the day, we all love each other, and we're all out there trying to do the same thing, and that's to win a baseball game. Yeah, I'm going to give it to 2 freshmen. E.J. Osley, it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy to come in and play shortstop for 40 games as a freshman. It's not easy to make that transition from high school, where you're playing shortstop in maybe 26 games, but now you're playing it in 40. You're playing 4 games a week. That's a hard transition to make. And then Johnny Morrell has come in, and he's kind of an unspoken guy, in my opinion, that he's not getting a whole lot of playing time, but he's drastically improved from the first day in the outfield. If you would have seen him out there, you'd be, wow, this guy has really improved. So I want to give 2 shout outs to those guys, because they come in every day and work their butts off to get where they're at right now.
Something hit me when the announcement came out. I can't tell you how many former players and parents and even the current parents, but coaches around the country and the whole deal were calling, and that's when it hit me. I'm getting this because of what all those guys did. And so, man, when it hit me like that, man, I accept this and feel I deserve it, because I only deserve it because, how great my guys have been and throughout the years and continue to be. I've got Hall of Fame players on the team right now this year that should be in the Millsaps Hall of Fame in a few years. We're 10 years, whatever. We've got guys that aren't in yet, but will be in, and this honor is honestly a tribute to them, assistant coaches, the families. From 1989, my first year. Well, that's a lot of decades, but all the way to now, and including my family and what they've done, and so I am really excited about it now. Where I was a little bit, not at first, or not, just didn't know what to do, how to handle it. And then when I realized it's not really about me, it's about the guys, like it continues to be today. And so I'm extremely excited, and I can't wait to see them. And a bunch of them say they're coming, and that'll be a neat moment.